For some reason, I feel like I want to start the program by saying, Lord, forgive me. And that would be a perfect imitation of what is all being circulated out there about Marion Hall, a.k.a. Ladies Hall. Good morning, my friends. It is day number 9 of the month of February. My name is Richie B.
And Bridge Nation, you know, it's your boy Shells.
And it's your girl Queen Jojo. Good morning, people.
Who's over there?
Yep. All good.
All right. All right. Give thanks. Good morning, my friends. Welcome to Up and Go. We're here until around about 11 o'clock this morning. And there's so much that happened since we were here yesterday. My God.
That's Jamaica for you. That's Jamaica for you.
Always keep it.
Always keep it.
Yeah. Do you think she's really coming back out into the dance hall, though?
You know what's
I'm
concerning
talking about
me?
Marion Hall.
You know what's concerning me? I don't know what to call her. I don't know if I could say
Marion.
Lady Marion.
I have a surprise for you.
What's that?
Lady
This
Marion
morning,
Hall.
Lady Saw will be making an appearance here on Up and Go.
Oh, yes.
Yep, I'm telling that to the public
Don't.
right now.
You watch Richie now. I love trick people.
Yeah.
So you just,
We have a plan. And the Brits are coming. Royalty will be here.
Yes.
Yes.
That's something
Yes.
that came
I
out
want to
yesterday.
know, and
The
that's
comment
nice of
section was quite funny though online.
Yeah.
You know.
I would have preferred Harry coming. with-
Yeah, I saw that. People like, I
Yeah.
prefer Harry.
Sorry, just my preference, but
That's like-
okay.
Neither here nor there. No. You
Some
know.
people don't care, but if royalty's coming, I would have preferred Harry.
I
can-
have a few,
we can
I
get
have a
couple
few, I have a
paved
few
road.
pointers, though, that I'm going to share with the listeners in terms of what you ought to do and not do
Okay.
in their presence.
Okay.
And that will be interesting because
Yeah.
even leaders of governments actually
get it
have
wrong.
messed up in getting into small talk. You don't do that with royalty.
Yes, I heard
That's
that.
what they say.
Wow.
This is why I prefer Harry, because even though you're
Harry
not
can
supposed
be like,
to, you can
I
be
can
like,
do
"Wow,
the
Harry,
Usain
you're
Bolt
good."
sign and
you can look on Harry and say, "Well, go on, brother."
Exactly.
And he'll be good with that.
yeah.
All right, it's Up and Go, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot in store. Keep it locked. What you want is what you get, and what you get is more than you bargained for. Let's go. Time now for WTF.
Yes.
What
Let's go.
the fact? The Boston Marathon didn't allow female runners until 1972. That is a fact that we wanted to share with you this morning. Let me start it. The first woman to finish the Boston Marathon, her name was Roberta Gibb. She actually ran the race a few years earlier in 1966. And there's an interesting story. I'm going to tell them, Shells. She hid in some bushes until the race started to avoid detection. And then she ran the marathon without any official sanction.
What?
Speak up on the story.
Well, Bridge Nation even thought it could get any weirder. You're the one to know. Another woman, Catherine Switzer, didn't declare herself a woman when she competed in 1967 and was allowed to enter the race. You gotta believe that? She didn't identify herself as a woman before a good serious thing. Anyways, when it became apparent that she wasn't a man, the officials unsuccessfully tried to stop her from competing. That's good. It was good. That's good. It wasn't until fall of 1971 when the Amateur Athletics Union allowed women to compete, which made 1972's marathon the first to officially allow female entrance.
And note the word official.
Officially.
Because
No
this-
disguise is needed. No hiding in the bushes.
8 women, in fact, competed in 1972 in the Boston Marathon, and all 8 completed it, with Nina Kushik claiming the first official, note the word, official female victory.
Well done, Nina.
Interesting what they went through just to be a
Just
part of this race. That was what you call pace-setting activity. Good morning and welcome to Update, ladies and gentlemen. We keep you in the know with lots of happening stories here in Jamaica and around the world. And Jody's here with us. Shells is here with us. Who wants to start it off? Jody, let's go with you. Why not?
Okay, ladies first. Shensia doesn't want to be the next Rihanna. She was sharing on her social media that I feel like she's saying that I feel like even up until now, people are saying I should be the next Rihanna, or they see me as the next Rihanna. I love Rihanna. Rihanna is my queen, my Caribbean queen, but I feel like she has traits that I don't have, and I have traits that she don't have. So she doesn't want to be compared to becoming the next Rihanna. So, you know, that's weird because it's a good little vibes to be, you know, to say, hey, she seemed like she's the next Rihanna, so she's the next big thing. So you would take that as a compliment, but I think she does not want to.
There are always going to be comparisons. Persons were commenting recently too that they didn't see where Shenseea congratulated Rihanna on her pregnancy, and there are these comments being made about whether or not, you know, there's some kind of vibe going on.
I don't think so. Probably she'll congratulate her in person because, you know, she rubbed shoulder with some big people now. So anything is possible.
People just have too much free time on their hands, to be honest. Richie, we're going to stick with entertainment, and people all know that in the space of dancehall, we've been seeing a lot of beefs, really, you know, recently. And here's the latest one. Popcorn Pop Skull is beefing with another ex-unruly artist, Jaffras. I never thought I'd see this day. Popcorn looks like he's now living up to the War Prince title that Cartel gave him, you know, with minimal effort, because things got pretty intense between the two men in 2020, which led to them unfollowing each other on Instagram. You know, it's serious when them unfollow on Instagram, apparently. While it's still unclear what reignited, you know, the matter that has been dormant for some time, Jaffras is now spewing hot and heated comments that came at Poppy in a series of posts to his IG story on Monday, February 7th. Jaffras also released a well-precise song aimed at the Level DJ, which spoke to his online trolling, bullying, and instigating behavior. Hey, look, Popcorn is clearly easily one of the most entertaining persons online, so please don't try to stop the trolling and thing. But if he's bullying, fine, but this is not a good look. I like peace between artists, you know, but hey.
What people are saying is that it's about maybe the third artist who has basically moved out of the
camp.
And I don't know if it's because maybe Popcorn would say it's because they're actually unruly. But Jaffras has been saying quite a bit. Of course, he has even questioned Popcorn's sexuality, which surprised a lot of persons.
Oh dear.
And so when you go there, of course, Popcorn has responded, and he basically is pointing to kind of jealousies that may be existing, and he says, in any way you take it, I'm the GAD, G-A-D, of the entertainment industry.
Wow.
Wow.
Big title there.
Remember Versi was at him recently also with a song mentioning his mother's name in the song.
Yeah, true.
So there's a whole lot going on there, but we hope that peace prevails.
In the end.
If not amongst the ladies, then definitely
among the men.
Adele, we're going over now to Britain, and the big Brit Awards were on last night, and Adele was the big winner. She copped 3 awards, and I'm going to tell you those: Artist of the Year, Album of the Year for 30, and Song of the Year for Easy on Me. And that is a good look for her. Her victory in the first category made her the first ever artist to pick up the award. And after the show, she was ecstatic. Of course, they used to have Male Artist of the Year and Female Artist of the Year, but now they have the overall Artist of the Year award, which she copped. Other winners include Best Group with Wolf Alice, the winner. A category such as Best New Artist, that went to Little Sims. The Best Rock Alternative Act, that went to Sam Fender. And we can also tell you that the Best Dance Act was Becky Hill. Dave was the winner for the Best Hip Hop Grime Artist. And Best International Artist was Billie Eilish. So it's a good look for Adele.
Yeah.
She actually paid tribute to her ex-husband and her son.
Wow.
She says it was their experiences that allowed her to be inspired to write the songs she did for 30. She's a fantastic singer, though. Anyway,
Yes, she is.
Yeah, one of the best
She's
in
very
our
talented.
generation.
And writer too.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, that's it for Update, ladies and gentlemen. We'll do it again later on throughout the morning. Thank you, guys. We appreciate that. Let's listen to the proverb of the day.
Alligator shouldn't call hog long mouth.
What? Did you...
Alligator shouldn't call hog long mouth.
Oh,
No, he
alligator shouldn't call hog long mouth. I can see through that.
You get that clear, right?
Sound like a lady saw a song.
You know what? So the English translation, it says, an alligator should not refer to a hog as a long mouth.
Okay, now the
Right.
meaning. Be careful. Be careful not to ridicule or belittle someone who has similar characteristics to you.
That's
Yeah,
true. That's true.
Aren't we all guilty of that, though? A little bit.
Yeah.
It's not serious.
Yes, and many of us.
Not serious.
Alligator shouldn't call hog long mouth. I guess they have the same problem.
Yes, they do.
All right, that's our proverb of the day. I'm really liking this. And we're going to be joined in this segment by none other than Fitz Jackson, opposition member of Parliament for St. Catherine Southern. Now, the backstory. Almost 2 weeks ago, Jamaica's two largest commercial banks announced new and increased fees that would take effect between January and March 2022, including automated teller machines, ATMs, charges, and other fees. Since the start of 2022, NCB has introduced a charge to customers who are withdrawing from their automated banking machines. And before, NCB customers could do withdrawals at proprietary banking machines for free. Now they will be charged $30.95 for every withdrawal. Scotiabank had also decided that effective February 1, the charge for ATM withdrawals at its proprietary machines is $25 per transaction and $60 for withdrawals at other banks' ATMs. Rates are less for seniors at $31 per withdrawal, and withdrawals at international ATMs will attract a fee of $312. They shared later that they would wait 6 months before allowing this increase to take effect. Now, this has certainly provoked MP Fitz Jackson, who has been lobbying the government to do something about the bank's exorbitant fees. He's my friend, and he's on with us this morning. Shells, let us welcome MP Fitz Jackson. Good morning, Fitz.
Morning, Mr.
My
Jackson.
brother, my friend,
How are you today?
as we say in another place for life.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Richie. Good morning to your colleagues, and good morning to your listeners.
Always a pleasure to have you here with us, Fitz. And how have you been doing?
I'm reasonably well, all considered.
Good to hear that. Good to hear that. Would you say that you're less busy now that you have given up some of the roles that you had even in your party?
No, I just changed business from one set to another.
The work continues.
The work continues.
And these banks are making sure that your voice is heard because, as we were talking on air earlier, this is something that you almost have single-handedly been fighting, a battle really, to get the financial institutions to reduce their fees. Let me ask you, what is your response to the recent increase in banking fees, Fitz?
Well, I think my response would be automatic. To begin with, those charges ought not to be there in the first instance, much less to be further increased. And as you said, as I listened to you in your opening remarks, they are now imposed or proposed. One has already increased, and the other has proposed to also increase and expand. And the point that I've been making is that the government giving the banks a carte blanche to write with fees, allow these things to happen. That's the unfortunate thing about it. And I want to repeat a couple of things I've made in the past which remain relevant, germane today, Richie. Mm-hmm. What is proposed, is for the banks to acknowledge and accept that their opportunity to set up a bank and lend money and make money for themselves, which we're all in support of, requires the deposits from depositors. They don't use their own money to lend to make money. They use depositors' money. The bill that is before the Parliament is not asking the banks to pay the depositors anything from what they make in their profits. All the bill is saying is that given the legal authority to use people's money to make money, you must not penalize them for making transactions against their accounts. It is as simple as that. Mm-hmm. But, Richie, there's a genesis to this, There's a genesis to it. We never had this problem many years ago when banks were functioning as they were set up to do, as Prime Minister Motley aptly said. Banks are financial intermediaries that are given the money for them to work and make money and contribute to national development by providing funds. Bank is a way of mobilizing capital for national development. What the banks have done in recent years is to shift from that role because they have become so lazy, so intellectually lazy, and I say this without apology. In the 1990s, thereabout, they were making lots of money from government papers. You know when we had that high interest rate period?
Yes.
And they just issue government papers at huge interest rates, risk-free, because those are sovereign debts. And the Constitution guarantee payment. Because the first call on the budget is debt repayment. Right? So it is sure as there's nightfall a day that they will get their money. So they abandon being banks and become some lazy fat cats. So they used to make these billions of dollars from government papers. When the economy changed, that the government have to stop issuing these government papers, stop this high interest rate. They now try to find other income source to replace that easy money. Mm-hmm. And what did they do? They look at the depositors' monies and decide to skim it off bit by bit, not returning to their normal banking activities, but to make risk-free profit. Because these fees don't represent any risk to the banks, because they deduct from what is already in the bank. You don't have to come in there to pay them anything. They just skim it off month by month, and every activity that a depositor makes against their account, they skim it off and put it in their pockets.
I'm sure that the listeners are getting a clearer picture based on what you are in fact sharing with us. But to be fair to the banks, they have put forward some arguments about increased operational expenses and so on. Do you buy that?
That was one of the other points I wish to make. Richie, it is so disingenuous of them to make that claim. Every business, including the radio station you work for, work with, have you owned it now?
Not yet. I'm just kidding.
Every business have operating costs. If the business of banks is to take deposits, it has costs like paying utility bills, water, light, salary. They pay for advertisement, promotions, on all different kinds of things in the business of their operation. So, because your business is taking people's deposit, you have to acknowledge the cost of taking the money and keeping it, and like counting the money. That's a cost that you incur. You have to tell the people you have to pay them to count your own money that you're giving them. No, that's part of your operating expense. And in your core business, you have to underwrite those like any other business. Next thing, they're going to charge a fee separately to pay the salaries. They're going to charge you a fee separate. They call the water bill because it increased. They're going to charge you a fee separate. No. You now become creative like all other businesses have to do. How do I expand my market share? How do I develop creative banking instrument, loan instrument, mortgage instrument, overdraft facilities, things that can stimulate more people to borrow more money and to lend it and make more money? How can I pay some interest to the depositors, cause them to take their money into the bank so that you can earn something of it and they have more to lend? That's where the laziness comes in.
I think
they have become creative. All they have become creative in is how to skim people's money.
We hear you. We hear you loud
clearly.
and clear. Shells, you also want to ask a question?
Course.
Yeah.
Blessings again, Mr. Jackson. Shells here.
Yes,
Focusing on solutions, right? What role can the government play in addressing these, exorbitant fees?
Simple, my brother. Simple. The Parliament has already done its work. When the bill is proposed, the basis of the bill was as a result of work done by the Economy and Production Committee and the Bank of Jamaica. We examined it, we consulted. We consulted with all the deposit institutions, all the various stakeholders. The banks, remember, have always been regulated. What I find so disingenuous of others who say, we don't want government to regulate us. The banks collapsed in the 90s because of the absence of regulation. It is a promulgation of regulation particularly in the supervisory division of the Bank of Jamaica, that has caused the bank not to become bankrupt as they have done on their own before. It is a regulation. And that intervention, as a result of their failure, cost the taxpayers of Jamaica over $150 billion then. Taxpayers' money that had to pay for their failure.
Outside of
using...
using...
that failure again because of regulations. Those regulations did not go far enough to protect the depositors.
Right.
Because they never contemplate at the time that the banks would have been charging fees as they are, because then they never used to charge fees.
Outside of putting your case as you are today on forums like these, though, Fitz, what other action do you plan on taking to really get the government to look more seriously at this matter?
You know, it is very straightforward, you know. In as much as I speak on these forums, I also speak to my friends across the other side in the parliament. Because at the end of the day, I cannot get it done by myself. Neither all the opposition members cannot get it done. We have a smaller number in the parliament now than we did before the last election, right? We never had a majority then, but we have less now. For it to really come into being, the government has to act. And after all, that's why we elect a government, to act in its defense, to act in its protection. The government knows what to do. Many members on the government side support the provision in the bill. In fact, they were part of developing those provisions. Those provisions are not exclusively mine. I was part of a bipartisan team in the parliament that arrived at those decisions. All it requires is for the courage of the Prime Minister and the government members. That's all is required. But bear in mind, you know, I'm not being naive. This matter is big business. It's over $50 billion the banks together collect in fees from depositors. They are not prepared to give up that willingly or without a fight. So how do they fight? They fight by lobby the government and threaten the government too, that they will close up their banks and run away.
Well, that is going on?
Yes, that's one of the threats that they make to the government, why the government is afraid to act. And the government is succumbing to their threat.
It just really seems like bad timing, especially we're living in a pandemic and so many people are finding it difficult to make ends meet, that we should be faced with not just fees, but rather, from our perspective, exorbitant fees, and at so many different levels. But I want to thank you, Fitz, for continuing the fight.
With your permission to make one point.
Yes.
I want to make it clear. I am for banks being profitable. But there's a difference between profit and super profit. They want to have super profits at the expense of the depositors. To that I say no. Let this be a win-win for everybody. It's morally wrong. It's morally bankrupt for the government to allow this to happen. And I just ask my fellow Jamaicans, and always well-thinking Jamaicans in general, call upon the Prime Minister and the government to stand on the side of the people and do not contribute to their situation being made worse in their protection of the bank's interests over the interests of the depositors.
On that note, I want to thank you, my friend, for being a part of the program. Thanks for your thoughts as usual, and you take care.
My brother.
All the best. Fitz Jackson, ladies and gentlemen, the opposition member of parliament for St. Catherine Southern, and a man who has been taking the fight on behalf of the people, really, to the financial institutions that are not just making profits, but, as he puts it, super profits, and still going in, digging in for more. Let's remind you that Tech This is a feature that explores technological advancements all over the world. And Shells joins us for that feature right now. Shells?
Oh boy, Richie, Jojo, Oddly, Bridge Nation, get ready for this. And then I'll believe I'm about to tell you. Bridge Nation, when you hear the word future or futuristic, what comes to your mind? Well, for me, I immediately think about flying cars. Now I know what you're thinking. Shells, what you talk about? Pay a bill at the bar, can you for us? No. Listen to me. Well, Klein Vision, a Slovakian aeronautical company, has the world interested in their latest creation called the Air Car, which was recently certified as an actual aircraft. So yes, flying cars now exist. Now, hear what I say. The air car is a prototype. The air car's prototype was designed by Klein Vision CEO Stefan Klein and took flight on the 29th of June 2021. The current prototype now will fly for about 310 miles on just over 7 gallons of gas. Now here, Jojo, I'm see a look on, but hear the part here. When it's grounded now, with just a click of a button, the aircraft transforms into a sports car in under 3 minutes. You like, just picture like a Batmobile convertible. The wings them going in and everything, I just go into a sports car. But you don't want to know, with 160 horsepower, with a 160 horsepower BMW engine. What's interesting to note though, Richie, is that the flying car industry is actually quite saturated, believe it or not, with a lot of countries trying to race to have the design for the future. However, what sets the air car apart from all of them so far is that it's actually certified now as an actual aircraft in January 2022 by the Slovakian State Transport Agency. What that means is that it now follows all the European Aviation Safety Agency's, standards, and now the air car is allowed to land in any European jurisdiction as long as the jurisdiction gives them the green light. So the prototype is good to go, but what's happening? I know what you guys are thinking. Oh, you see the picture right there, Richie, showing there?
Yep.
It's real. So what's happening now? I know what you're thinking, Richie, when you can buy yours, right? No, what's happening?
Well, what I want to do right now is to find a way to invest in this company.
Oh,
because
yes.
I think this
and
is
you,
going to
and
do
you have
very
the time.
well.
You have the time because what's happening in British Nation is that it's not ready for the public yet. No release date has been set because it's still going through the testing phases. So, Richie, you can give them a call, man. They're eager.
Give me their numbers.
I'm pretty scared of this. I'm afraid of heights, so.
Oh, yeah?
This is interesting.
It's a good look.
But you do fly.
Well.
Yeah, so
not as much.
But this doesn't seem to be able to hold more than 2 or so people.
Yeah,
I think they want to be expanding it into
the videos are quite interesting.
Yeah, I guess with the right level of investment, then they definitely will be able to expand it as they go along. So it becomes
it's pretty dope, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
DJ Audley, you're a car man. What is about the look here?
Looks crazy.
My sentiments exactly.
I like it.
All right. It is what is coming at us, ladies and gentlemen. Advancements in technology all over the world. That was Tech This. We all woke up this morning to the post and the comments, numerous comments in relation to this post from Marion Hall, which stated, to all Christians and non-Christians who've been coming up against my ministry, congratulations on your mission to bring me down, she said. You have successfully done so. The post continues. I have now decided, you ready for this? To step away from my calling in order to fulfill your desires. I will no longer be preaching or keeping church on any social media platform. May God forgive me. Let's take a deep breath. What's up here? What's going on? Is she just going to stop preaching on the internet? Or is she, as many suspect, turning her back on ministry and moving back into dancehall?
Ooh.
Oh boy.
I love the mystery. I love it. I love it.
It's weird, I must say, but I feel like you can do your ministry and dancehall. That's my honest opinion. I feel like if you have a calling, how do you step away from your calling? Who could I make Jordan step away from our calling? That don't add up any at all. But I feel like it's a plan. There's a grand scheme of things happening that we don't know about, and I feel this is a part of it.
You weren't a part of the conversation, or you didn't hear me when I was talking to a certain individual, I suspect, who asked me. I'm trying to imitate his accent now. Hey Richie, what do you think about the addition of Lady Saw to this festival?
Marion Hall in a Lady Saw.
Hey.
Do you think she's gonna make that summer festival here in Jamaica?
I feel so.
I hope so.
Yeah.
And do you think she'll be doing a gospel set?
That's where the mystery comes in now. That's what I like
about
about it.
Why not?
She could.
She could do a mix. That's my opinion, though. But
we're kind of wondering though what people are thinking, like especially the Christians out there.
She's getting backlash from
A lot of
Christians.
Christians.
That's why she said Christians and
You've
non-Christians.
succeeded in
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think this is what happens when you try to please everybody and you're not doing you and you're not being true to yourself.
Amen.
But the dancehall fraternity seems to be quite happy with the possibility of her return.
Because the legacy is strong, Richie.
Yeah.
That's the thing, and touching on the Christian community quickly. The thing is, we don't understand her relationship with God. And I think what the post is saying is that she's going to stop publicly showing her relationship with God and just do her thing. Because enough people pray and go do all sorts of ugly things same way, so.
And let's be real. I mean, a lot of her songs are not necessarily songs that are NFAP, for instance. There were a lot of positive songs that she did, which I could see a Christian performing as well.
Right, right.
But interesting days are ahead.
Yes,
Looking forward to it.
What is certain is that she has captured the attention of
everybody.
Ricky Trooper is known to be one of the baddest sound system selectors in dancehall, especially in the world of clash and clashing. Ricky is well known for creating his own style of dub plates, and this led him to helping artists such as Sizzler and Luciano, Garnet Silk, I remember those days, and Anthony B, to name just a few. Fast forward to today, and he's now the coordinator and conceptualizer for Echoes of Sound System Sound Clash that is happening during the Reggae Month, February 2022, which also is Black History Month. He's here with us right now on Up and Go. We say good morning, Ricky.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
Blessings.
How you doing, brethren? Everything good?
Yeah, man. Everything good, man. We are putting the work,
All right, let me just make it very clear, Ricky, that we're gonna put this on YouTube, and and our YouTube channel, by the way, is the Bridge 99 FM. So I just wanted you to be clear on that, okay?
Yeah, I'm clear on that.
No issues whatsoever. In a serious way, though, Ricky, tell us about the inspiration behind this Echoes of Sound System Sound Clash.
Well, the Echoes of Sound System Sound Clash, it came about after we had this pandemic, That it was like 3 years ago, I came up with this idea about having a sound system event on the Reggae Month calendar, So I brought the Honorable Imam Great Judge, okay, so I like the idea because it's like whenever I have a sound system event and that Reggae Month calendar and that sound system are the birth and foundation of the Jamaican music. So she just said, okay, Trooper, we're gonna run with it. And the first year we did it at the Indoor Sports Center, and we used 12 physical sound systems, 2 sound systems there, like Tour play, Rocksteady. They play the different genres of the music. But since we have the pandemic now, we can't have the outside. So I just said, okay, but let this thing keep on going. We could do a class series, and that's how the Echoes of Sound System, that series came about.
Nice. Greetings, Ricky. Shells here. Tell us, when will this event be happening exactly?
Well, it's the first clash supposed to be here in Wednesday, February the 9th, and that's today.
Today, yeah.
February the 10th, February the 11th, and February the 12th. February the 12th. That's the preliminary round of the competition.
Okay.
And then we have the third place player supposed to be February the 25th, and the final showdown, which is the finals, on February 26th. February 26th. So all the events, all the shows will be in Reggae Month.
Yeah.
In Reggae Month.
Nice.
Really, support you on this project, and it's definitely the sound system. Culture is very much a part of who we are, and I'm sure that it's going to be exciting. Who are some of the persons or sounds who will be participating in this series of clashes?
Well, we have 8 sound system vying for the title, and Yumi High Power, King Rhino Sound System, Get a Star, Twin Star, Next Level, Rough Cut, Jabra, and Kush International Sound System.
Okay, so you took a more organizational approach to it. You're not participating as one of the sounds at all.
No, I'm not participating. I'm one of the coordinators.
Yeah, because we know that would go in a Ricky, because when you drop them dub plate, they know, brother. Which is one of the most recent dub plates that you actually recorded? Which artist can you say?
The last dub plate that I buy was like a few days ago. You know, was a dub by Wayne Wonder and this artist by the name of Fitz.
Okay.
A song that has been done a long time, you know, a Wayne Wonder. Hey, no man, if you do, girl, it's over now.
Yes.
You remember the song there?
Yeah, man, I remember that song. So
you know, my vice it with him and the original DJ, and you find him a to rap it.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, Shells.
You have to keep the dub box up, you know. You have to keep the dub box up.
Oh, you mean, brother, are you named Ricky Trooper? And what is interesting, a lot of times Ricky doesn't just take an artist and allow them to sing over a song. Mm-hmm. He actually writes what he wants them to say in that song.
Yeah,
because he has a plan for that song. Isn't that right, Ricky?
Yeah, man. Because like a couple months ago, I wrote over one of Jaden Marley's songs, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Come here, someone watch it for that dub and Mr. Trooper, that song. Oh, how me I go to that dub plate style? I'm writing it over for him. And I also wrote over him a few weeks ago one for Wayne Wonder also.
Mm-hmm. Talent abounds. How does it feel, you know, as a brethren, been out there for so many years, though, to now see your event being a part of the celebration of Reggae Month? How does that make you feel?
Well, it made me feel good because I've been doing the sound system thing for over 40 years now, you know. From I was a kid at 10-year-old, I play sound system, you know. And the thing is, the sound system culture, it has gotten so huge worldwide. So we have to preserve the culture in Jamaica because it's like, if you forget the roots, you don't know where you're going. You have to remember the roots and the sound system and the roots and the music. So anytime you have the roots strong, everything else always fall in place. You don't care what changes you have in the music. From the roots is there, you know, say, it will survive.
Respect, Trooper. Before you go, remind us of the dates, you know, so people can tune in, and also how can people see this historic event?
They can view the dates are February the 9th, February the 10th, February the 11th, February the 12th, February the 18th, February the 19th, February the 25th, and Saturday, February the 26th. And they can view this because all of them is online. BBC, Jamaica. They can view it on JCB Facebook. Mm-hmm. They can view it on Jam Vision. Mm-hmm. They can view it on Honorable Oliver Magic Range Facebook page. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah. It's all over, definitely all over social media. Ricky, congratulations. Congratulations. Proud of you with this one, and I hope it will be a success and that it will be a mainstay of our celebrations going forward in the month of February. Big up, my brethren.
Remember, it's a production also from the Ministry of Culture, Gender, and Sport.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. In collaboration with Ricky.
I want to talk before we run. I want to thank, like, the sponsors, you know? Mm-hmm. Maria Nephew and like the Irie Jam and, you know, CPTC and all those people who came on board and support the thing. And you also, and Bridge, who's giving us this platform this morning to let the people know what I
Yes, I am.
Respect, Trooper.
And I'll just close where I started with just put this on YouTube, Ricky. Big up yourself. Take care. Family. Every time, fam. Take care.
Yes, Father. Respect.
Every time. That's Ricky Trooper, ladies and gentlemen. One of the top selectors of our generation.
Yes, sir.
Still at it and still doing good with it. Big respects again, Ricky Trooper. It's now time for us to get inside of the
Secret Sound Game.
There you have it. And Shells, I really want to try to find a winner today. How about you?
You alone, Richie, because I tell you, that That gift, that prize should be mine.
Man,
So,
want this
wanna
thing
go
of
on,
himself.
Bridge Nation, wanna go on waste time.
He's only behaving like that because of the value that he sees in
Yep.
that gift package. It's huge,
Yep.
it's heavy, it's chock full of some wonderful items. Like we said the other morning, it can serve for one family or maybe even for a community. It's big like that and it's loaded like that. So give us a call if you'd like to participate. 876-676-4996. I'd love for you right now to hear the secret sound that you must identify in order to win. Here's the secret sound. What's that sound that you just heard a while ago? If you think you can identify it, give us a call. 876-676-4996. Let's take our first call. Good morning. You're on the air. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm beautiful this morning, enjoying the latest Fall Saga.
You enjoyed that? Let me ask you to give a quick comment. Do you think she's going to be getting back into dancehall?
Probably just to do a song, teach a lesson, and say, Father, forgive me, I'm back in.
So you're hoping that she actually returns to like a dancehall stage?
Yeah, just to set the record straight. Yeah, it's only one queen, you know what I mean?
So you don't want
Yeah,
to...
she don't really have to answer, you know. She don't really have to answer.
Okay.
But that is star. You
Yeah.
have to set the record straight. I am Lady Star.
Okay, then.
Hey.
Got a big fan in this
Yep.
caller here. What's your name, by the way?
My name is Missy Excitement.
Miss Excitement?
Mitzi Excitement.
Mitzi
Mitzi
Excitement.
Excitement.
You know, I was beginning to think that just by the way you express yourselves. Mitzi Excitement. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Portmore.
All right.
right.
You know, bringing that vibe to the show, I'd love to make you a winner. Don't worry about Shells, the fact that he would love to get the gift package.
Okay.
But you heard the secret sound, right, Mitzi?
Yeah, I kind of heard it, yeah.
What is it?
Well, it sounds like a construction site, like tractors scraping up something.
You think like some tools being
Yes, some
utilized
tools.
on a construction site?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm looking across the glass to see. I'm getting mixed signal. No, it's actually a shake of the head, meaning no, you're wrong, Mitzi. But I want to thank you. We want to thank you for trying and try again. Listen up again and try some more
All
time.
right.
Take care.
It's always a pleasure calling the bridge because my name is also Bridget.
All right, big up,
Nice.
big up. Bridget is part of her name.
Nice. Lovely.
Bridget on the bridge. Take care. Love you. Maximum respects. That's our first caller. Still no winner. Let's go in one more time. Good morning. You're on the air. Welcome. This is Up and Go.
Hello?
Good morning. Turn the radio off so you can talk with me now because you're going to get a delay and that could cause some problems. What's your name? Good morning. Welcome.
My name is Alvin.
Alvin, where are you calling from right now?
Gravel District, St. Thomas.
You said Gravel Hill?
Yes, sir.
There are no asphalted roads there?
No, just a clear road.
Okay. All right. Myself, Richie B, and of course,
Your boy Shells.
Shells in
Greetings,
the
Alvin.
building.
Greetings.
yeah. Do you
Yeah.
have the answer for our secret sound game?
Yeah, I think it's a snake.
You
Ooh.
think it's a snake, you said?
Yes.
Let me double check that.
He said he thinks it's a snake.
Kind of snake that.
Alvin,
Yes.
are you going to stick with that answer?
Yes, right too.
Now, let me tell you something. Whether you are on a dirt track, asphalted road,
Yes.
or you're traveling on the gravel,
Yes.
putting forward an answer like that, I've got to tell you this morning, Alvin. You ready?
Yes.
Alvin,
Yes.
you are wrong.
I thought you were I'm a winner.
Have a good day, Alvin. I like your spirit.
Yeah,
You took it
man.
with a smile.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm taking that with a smile too.
Because at
The
least
prize is still here.
the prize is still here. All right, that's all the time we have inside of the Secret Sound game right now. One of the things that has come across my desk is the fact that Chris Como, who spent many years as a main host, primetime host on CNN,
Yes.
he now wants somewhere in the region of $60 million as a final settlement. Based on his contract, I think he would be allowed about 18 million. But he's saying, listen, for what you all did me, I want more. So he's now saying he wants somewhere in the region of 60 million. Since his departure from CNN, you know, the CEO has also resigned.
Yes.
And it is believed that it was out of the investigations into Chris that information became available in relation to relationships that the CEO was having within the company.
Right.
And so he resigned, and now Chris is saying, listen, I want 60 million US.
That
Yeah.
is a good cheese.
Good change. Good change.
Good
Good
cheese.
shit.
Yes, man.
A hell of a lot of money.
Right?
Come on now.
Yeah, so
$100 now.
trust me. So that is one of the things we're talking about in the update.
man.
Earlier on, we mentioned that the royals are coming.
Yes.
And there's a certain way that we, because you know they're going to invite us to all of these
Of
dinners
duh.
and so on,
That's
right?
a no-brainer.
Come on.
Let's just say that the dinners would not be what they ought to be without our presence
Of
there.
course.
Exactly.
Of course.
So they're going to invite all of us here to be there with them. And we want to indicate some of the things that are acceptable to others who might be, the few others that will get an
Very
invitation.
few.
Very few. So what are some of the things that people ought to do when you're in fact in the presence of royalty? One of those that comes to mind, Shells.
You know, I'm trying to figure out as a young man, you know, in this whole thing. It's always been something that always bothers me. So I'm really looking forward to learning here. But I know for one though, you have to get their title correctly.
Yeah,
If you mess that up, even if they're kind, you
Yeah.
go see like they're rep in the background, look at that and go, hurry up and get this person from the prince, please. So definitely acknowledge them by their correct title.
Yeah,
definitely that's one.
that is very, very important.
Yeah.
So you do the Your Highness and your Majesty, and then you can go Sir or ma'am.
Okay. Okay, then.
They say you should not get involved in small talk with them.
Especially,
let's say they were in the news in a bad way, and the tabloids were giving
can't
them a
bring up
warm
that.
time. You don't want to go, by the way, Your Royal Highness, that matter with Prince Andrew. You think he really did?
Somebody that's an escort you. Oh, like, please leave. Exit.
Yeah. How about bowing or curtsy as is expected?
I mean, I'm not going to say I'm not going to do it when we're at the dinner,
Yeah.
but I just know somewhere in the back of my heart, my ancestors are looking at me like, Charles,
You feel us.
you know. But yeah, definitely bowing and curtsying is a must.
And you don't go grabbing onto their hand and shaking their
Hey,
hand.
I
and
heard
stuff
somebody
like
tried that with the Queen herself, you know.
Yeah.
And,
You're not talking about L.A. Lewis.
Oh no, but we know so the Queen and LA are friends for a long time, so I think that's fine.
Different relationship.
Seven-
that.
Yeah, we can't compare ourselves to the seven-star
General.
general. Yeah, we can't.
He has a habit of jumping out into the roadway and handing them CDs and so on. I suspect the police will be watching out for that.
Definitely.
Interestingly, you know, people are saying that he's the reason why they're coming in the first place.
But
And
who else?
That makes sense.
Maybe he's going to say that I was the one who invited them in the first instance. But in all seriousness, refrain from physical contact. Never give a light squeeze or a handshake. It's not acceptable when you're dealing with royalty. Those are just some of the things that we wanted to share with you. And when you go to the table to eat, no matter how hungry you are, you do not, they say, start eating before the royalty starts
Look here
eating.
now, man. We're gonna fix this.
You know something? If we had told Jody that we'd have gone into all of this, I don't think she'd have bothered to join us in this.
I'll be like, you know, I'm like, we just
Suppose royalty no feel like eat nothing at that
so
moment.
No food for we.
If you're hungry, that is.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
wow.
Some of the things you ought to remember, though.
Also, Richie, because this is a problem I have.
Yeah.
No slouching when you're around them.
Problem.
No slouching or having your arms crossed.
There you go.
You
Can
know,
you imagine?
you can hold your hands clasped in front of you, but don't sit down and go on like you're upset with royalty. You know, you can't do that.
Things to remember when you greet and meet and spend time in the presence of royalty. That was an update. Thank you very much, guys. It's now 6 minutes after the hour of 10 o'clock. DJ Roy, good morning, sir.
Morning.
Morning.
How-
That's a lot of mornings there, DJ.
That covered the entire payroll staff.
Making sure that I leave nobody unattended to.
No one's left out. You are the only person right now that seems to be supporting my trip to Dubai because everybody else is giving me some bad looks and some flashing off and like the bad mind thing are going in a DJ Roy.
Well, and rightfully so.
All right.
I turn to you for support, but I'm not getting it either.
Well, here's the thing. It's been on my bucket list for years now to go on. COVID kind of shut things down. My niece went last year, and just seeing some of the restaurants she went to and everything. And I'm a watch collector, so my reason to go to Dubai is to collect some watches. I'm a fine piece watch collector, and pricing is not the thing, because some people feel like you have to buy a watch for $20,000 or $30,000. You can buy a collector's for $400 or $500. So it's not a money thing, but they have some amazing watches there at some affordable prices.
Okay.
So that is my reason. So, Bridget, please and thanks.
He's treating this like he does when he wants a dub plate special from the artist.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what we say. Please and thanks.
There you go. It's a good vibe, though, and it's good that Jamaica will be getting a chance to show off what we have to offer to tourists and others seeking investors for some of our projects. And we definitely will be there to tell all of Jamaica about what's going on, especially in the Jamaican village. And when you think of the fact that it's over 200 countries that will be represented at this expo, we're very happy that Bridge 99 FM and our partners, Irie Jam Radio, will definitely be a part of this over the next couple of days or so from now. All right, so DJ Roy, what's happening on your end? We were talking about temperatures and weather. Is it okay today? Nice weather?
It's nice weather today. We're in the mid-30s, which is a good thing for winter for us. So we really cannot complain at all. Still celebrating Black History Month, still celebrating Reggae Month here in these United States of America. And before we connected, I was playing something from Danny Basswise Brownie, The Rebel in Me. And I kicked off the program with some instrumentals, because when we talk about Reggae Month, we tend to only focus on the artist part of it. But, we got some amazing musicians like, Dean Fraser, Dwight Pickney, Augustus Pablo, Ernest Ranglin, some amazing artists that have done some amazing things without using their voices.
Yeah, so true. And we have to big them up. Many times I'm going through records and I look at the credits and I just simply call the names of those involved in the projects.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because it's not just the person who is out there on the lead vocals.
Amen.
And sometimes even when it comes to groups, many times the lead vocalist will get the props, but then there are many others who add the harmonies and make those products come together. So we definitely have to salute them. We have a very special guest in this segment today too. The Commissioner of Miramar Commissioner Alexandra P. Davis is going to be joining us, and will be telling us more about what's happening in her neck of the woods for Reggae Month. So that is something to look forward to in this segment, DJ Raw, coming up. We have a very special guest in this segment, ladies and gentlemen. She has won several awards that we can highlight just a few of them. One of South Florida's 100 most accomplished Caribbean Americans. Legacy Magazine's one of the 50 most powerful and influential business leaders in South Florida. Jamaica Consul General, Jamaica 50 Luminous Award. Legacy Magazine's one of South Florida's top educators. And the list goes on and on. She's here with us today in her capacity as the commissioner at Miramar in Florida, and she is Alexandra P. Davis. My second time talking with her on air. Good morning, Madam Commissioner. How are you today?
Good. How are you? And good morning to your listeners.
All right, so I'm Richie B, and we're joined by DJ Roy in New York City. So you're being heard all across the tri-state area. And here with me in the studio in Jamaica is Shells as well. All of us say good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Madam Commissioner.
Morning and welcome.
Nice having you. How have you been since the last time we spoke? We're living in a pandemic. How have you been?
Well, thank God I'm doing well. Hope the same for you.
Yes, for
God
sure.
has been good.
Indeed. One of the things that some of my listeners might be interested to hear you tell us about this morning is your role and your duties as a Miramar Commissioner. What does your role entail?
So the way cities are set up, they have, in our city at least, we have a city manager who runs the day-to-day of the city's operations. He's like the CEO of an organization. And then you have 5 elected officials, which includes the mayor, who oversee the city manager. So, we're like, I don't know if you call them the shareholders but somehow we're over him and he's over the city. So what happens if he has to spend more than, say, $75,000, for example, he has to come before the commission. We have to approve the budget every year. We approve certain amount of expenditures. And so the plan for the city comes before the commission, and we decide what we want, where we want it, and what to approve. So basically, we're the boss of the boss.
Yeah, got you.
Madam Commissioner, so Shell's here again. I was just saying, after hearing all of your accolades and your achievements, I'm definitely inspired as a young Jamaican. But I'm curious. I just want to know, was this a dream of yours to serve within this capacity after hearing all your duties and roles and responsibilities?
No, not really.
Oh.
But I'm a daughter of a minister, and we were serving in Jamaica in a very small community, and my mother was always giving, and without real proper social services, we were the social services department.
Okay.
So, as I grew older and I realized I was serving in different capacities as a public servant in working for government, also teaching, I felt that I could do more as an activist, which is what I was before I became a commissioner. I saw a need and tried to get my elected officials to meet that need. And then I decided to run for office. But now that I've done it, I realize when people say, when you live your passion, it's not like work.
Amen.
And so that's how I feel about the role that I play as a commissioner in the city.
Yes, give thanks.
We have a lot of activities, during Reggae Month. But Florida, it seems like you have a whole lot of activities yourselves. I'm hearing about an Icons Awards event. I'm hearing about the Miramar Good Vibes concert series, a Reggae Sound Clash edition. We want you to tell Jamaica and the tri-state area and all of our listeners around the world what is going on for Reggae Month in Florida.
Well, we started this Reggae Month initiative, including Black History. We call it Black History Meets Reggae. This has been going on. This is the 3rd year. And so what I wanted to do was just expose our folks here to a whole month of reggae that I didn't realize that we celebrated it, and there was a month dedicated to it until I was visiting Jamaica and happened to go to the launch. So I brought that back here in Miramar. And for those who don't know, Miramar is a very diverse community. All of the commissioners are either born in Jamaica or of Jamaican descent. And so it was fitting that I bring that concept here to the city. And so we have a whole weekend of activities. They start off on Thursday, the 24th of February, with our Icon Awards, Reggae Icon Awards. And this year we're honoring Inner Circle, Clinton Lindsay, it's a well-known broadcaster. We're honoring one of our Broward County commissioners, Dale V.C. Holness. And also, we're giving the Jamaica 60 Legacy Award to the late, great Honorable Robert Nesta Marley.
Wow.
And so it's going to be a great event. We're going to have the Marleys present. We're going to issue a proclamation to Rita Marley.
Nice.
And we're going to have renditions from Skip Marley as well as Sharon Marley. and others who will be honoring our other awardees. So it's going to be fun. It's a red carpet affair. We have cocktail hour and interviews on the red carpet, and then we go inside for the show, pretty much, and awards.
Nice. Sounds fantastic. It
So
sounds like
that's Thursday.
sounds like that's Thursday, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then so Friday we continue this weekend with our Good Vibe Sound System Clash edition of reggae, and we're pleased to announce that we have a special guest DJ, Tony Matterhorn, and he will be. We know Jamaica say Matterhorn.
Yes.
Tony Matterhorn. But anyway, what this is, it's folks can enter to win. It's a winner takes all. The prize is $2,000. And they can submit their entries to one of our partners, which is WZPP, and be able to enter to win. On that night, we'll have the finalists, maybe 4 or 5 of them, do the sound clash, and then there'll be judges as well as folks who are there to judge the winner. So that's a nice purse. I think $2,000 is just great.
More than nice.
US. And then we're going to culminate on the Saturday with our duo, which, I created. The vision was there to do an Afro-Carib festival. And this is taking into account the African diaspora, including Africans. And so with Afro beats very popular, we've had in the past Stone Boy from Ghana. This year we're having Afro B. He's famous for the song Joanna.
Okay.
Well, we know that.
Yeah, he lives in London, but he's from African parents, African descended, a small African nation. And so we're really pleased to be bringing him on board. We also have Reggaeton, which is an offshoot. We felt that was in the same genre type of thing. So we have EIX. And then out of Jamaica, we have, and by the way, EIX is out of Puerto Rico. That's Reggaeton. And out of Jamaica, we have Protege. And Protege, we're all looking forward to seeing him. I haven't seen him in South Florida myself. So this is going to be a hell of a show.
Yes,
and we are also going to introduce some up-and-coming artists that, want to bust, but, they just need an opportunity.
That's good.
We
That's
have
good.
some local artists who will have on stage.
It sounds like a series of events that could easily see persons flying in from other parts of the United States or even from Jamaica to participate. Are you expecting that kind of support?
That's what we would hope for. This is our real only second year. We had one in 2020. Last year we didn't have it. And now we're moving to the next phase where we have a dedicated website. We have apparel for sale. We are pushing it out. We have media partners. We have television partners. We have sponsors. And so we're looking to grow this event year over year. So, and it has the blessings of our basically tourist board here in Broward County. It's called the Greater Fort Lauderdale Convention and Business Bureau.
Nice. We would be happy here on Bridge 99 FM and on Irie Jam Radio to grow with you. So please bear that in mind in all of your deliberations.
Absolutely. We'd love to have our folks from the north come down out of the cold for the weekend.
Do you have the members of the political directorate who will be leaving from Jamaica and supporting you during this series of events?
Well, in the past, the Minister, Grange, Honorable Grange, has come for our first event. And we have extended the invitation to her to come again, and whoever else in her team. So we're looking forward to that. We haven't got the specifics yet, but we also have our Consul General Oliver Mayer here for the South Florida area, Miami, and the Southeast. So he'll be present as well. But yeah, We're going to have a good old time.
Indeed. We're looking forward to hearing more, and we want to commend you on basically keeping the Caribbean culture alive in the diaspora. And all of your affiliates, we want to say big ups to them. We know that Mrs. Jackie Knight Campbell here in Jamaica is also involved in some of the activities. And commendations to you. Commendations to you, Commissioner. Best wishes with this series of events. And we'll definitely be talking more as time progresses. Thank you.
Absolutely. I just want to say a big up to Jackie Knight Campbell for all her help and her advice on these projects.
Yes. Thank you. Have a great day, and we'll talk again soon.
You too. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Miramar Commissioner Alexandra P. Davis, our guest inside of the Global Connection.
Richie B, the party master, on Up and Go, The Bridge, 99 FM.